creative chlorophylls. Is that what I'm gonna call you guys? So today is the Pacific Orchid Expo day. So we went to San Francisco despite strong rains and suspicious, sketchy weather situations you might not completely see because it's not that clear in that window. But today we actually went there. So I went with my friend, Kat. Username is Kath Latea. She also has a business. Check it out. It's Nurse Series. That I'll be trying to put some overlays or b-rolls in this video, so you could also check her out. So we went there. We started the day quite early. Yes, 9 o'clock on a Saturday morning is quite early for me. And we went to the San Francisco County Fair building where the Pacific Orchid Expo is happening. So this year, I think a little update when it comes to the ticket situation. It's now $15 plus 2 for the fee. So for about $17, you get an all weekend access to access the event. Do that online on, I think it was an Eventbrite website, and they will send your digital ticket on your phone or your emails. So as soon as we got there, the line was so long. So I'll be flashing a video like everybody was there. Before 10, everybody was there. It started raining, drizzling, and I think a few minutes after 10, they started letting people in. It was really quick. As soon as you get in, you will be seeing the beautiful display for orchids. So it happens twice a year in San Francisco, but if you really want to see beautiful display and if you are really a fan of orchids, go to the February show, because the July show is mostly for your houseplants and less of the orchid display. So if you are there for the display, come on the February show. If you are more into houseplants though, typically in my experience, it's always the July show that has more of that. So I will be including some beautiful clips of that display. They also have that gigantic Warden case again this year. But if I remember it right, it's the smaller version this year. Last year, there was like a much bigger one where it could fit a few people inside. So they do have very rare orchids that are displayed on there. Beautiful B-rolls here over. And then of course, we will get to my favorite section, which is actually the plant sale section or the plant sale floor. As soon as you walk in, I think there's a South African vendor, and then the British vendor is also towards the left, along with a lot of orchid suppliers and orchid vendors. So the first stop is a familiar face, which is Las Selvas. And what I got from Las Selvas is an Aglaonema pictum tricolor. So I've had, I think, 2 aglaonemas in the past. The first one I got in 2020, I think. They were quite popular. I think they still are. However, the prices have decreased through the years, which is really good. The second one was a gift. It's just inside one of my terrariums, actually, as we speak. Of course, the foliage fell. My huge one was in this bio-orb terrarium a few years back. When I repotted it, it didn't really like it. So this one was priced fairly really well, of course. These are starter plants. I believe Las Selvas are, that's their expertise, the starter plants. So this one's really beautiful. I just couldn't help it with the price. I believe this was around 20 bucks. And that's a good price for something that's already established and very good variegation. When we got there, it was fairly early, so we really had a good time to select the specimens. After I came back after a few rounds, and my friend Kath, who I went with today, really endorsed these pruning scissors. So again, I believe that they're more ergonomically designed, and this one comes in beige. I think they come in pink as well, and if I'm not mistaken, it's available on the Las Selvas website. So this one was, I think, 15, which is a good price for a good pruning scissor quality. So that's what I got from Las Selvas. And moving on, I went to the next booth. I didn't have to look far because the next booth is, I believe, Seed Studio San Francisco. That's what their Instagram is. I'll be including the username of the Instagram account. However, I always have this heart for terrarium plants because we all want plants that are hard to keep. And I remember that I got a Labicia Vietnam from them last year, and this year I saw a Labicia pumila. This one has dark leaves, pink stripes in between, and they have some color-coded tags. So I believe the orange ones go for about $25. This one's really nice. So these ones, my advice is acclimate this. I typically put them in a terrarium because they are high humidity plants, or terrarium plants for short. So that's only how I could keep these types of Lobelia plants alive in my current growing situation. I don't have any grow tent. I do have a humidifier every now and then. However, I like really rely on ambient humidity. I also got different bulbophyllums. One is a bulbophyllum miniliforme and a bulbophyllum physometrum. So really cute. This one looks like grapes, and these ones, we've seen these on Instagram. So they're really nice as well. And I got a bunch of these variegated dendrobiums. So these dendrobiums are very variegated, and they're called Dendrobium Fomos Beauty Matcha Latte. So the name is very catchy, and the foliage is beautiful. I picked up some more. So Kath has one here, one's mine. I think I'll gift one to two of my friends, and I think I still have one more to keep as a spare. They're just so beautiful. So that's why I can't help myself but grab them to gift to friends as well. We went around. I will be showing you some clips of the actual show over here. There was just so many amazing displays. Of course, again, if you are into orchids, there's a variety. I'm not even familiar with all the varieties, but if you're a true orchid lover or just even a bystander like me, there's a lot to see. It's literally like a feast. And I feel like my easily distracted by plants hoodie that I made was very appropriate for the occasion because I was just distracted. We stayed there for a few hours, making sure that we got a peek of everything, and we came across different plant friends, which was so fun. I saw Casa Plants. We were there in the line, and I'll show you what I got from Casa Plants. They weren't exhibiting, but they hooked me up with a really nice plant. Also, there was a stand from, I think, one of the official SF Orchid Society stands, which the proceeds went to charity, and it would benefit the orchid conservatories. Not conservatories, I'm trying to look for the term, like reservoir preservation or something in Ecuador. And I got a Bulbophyllum vaginatum there. So they have a few bulbophyllums in bundles in these Ziplocs, and I couldn't help but get some because bulbophyllums are perfect to be mounted in small arrangements. You can't see it, but I do have a vert planter that I covered in moss, and I was starting to mount miniature orchids. I started buying miniature orchids last year. I feel like I haven't gotten the grasp of growing them, but we're trying to figure it out. It's a process. So I think that was a really good buy. And then speaking of Casa Plants, let me just pick up the plant that they hooked me up with. So it's an Anthurium clarinervum. I had one, I think, in 2018, and it was imported back then. So back then, you had to import these type of Anthuriums from Europe. And now they're widely available and made accessible by Casa Plants. So they also hooked me up with this Anthurium. I don't even know what that is, but it's so beautiful. And a clarinarium has the classic heart-shaped leaves, which I think you guys would love as well. So check out Casa Plants if you're looking for nicely acclimated anthuriums already. Lastly, I got Anthurium crystallinums from, I believe, Cal Orchid. So this one I'm keeping for myself because it's hard to ship. And this one is something for a giveaway. So next week, I don't know, I think I'll try to upload this video tomorrow. Next week, Saturday, February 24th, I'm going live on the app called Whatnot. I will be including the stream below. You guys could win this Anthurium crystallinum that I will be shipping from my home. This one has multiple flowers. There's even a no leaf, and I hope it hardens a little bit before I have to pack it next week. Or maybe the winner could ask me to wait for the leaf to unfurl before I try to ship it. But it's so happy, it's so beautiful and healthy, and it's already acclimated. So a giveaway winner will win this plant. Just stay tuned to my live stream on the 24th, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for a chance to win. I will also be doing some plant care, answering some questions, and also probably selling some more plants on that stream. I'm still fixing logistics, but that's what this plant is for. And I believe that wraps up everything. Today was really fun. I got to hang out with Dee Dee and her husband as well, Luis. Even though my friend Steph wasn't there, but we got to FaceTime. I unfortunately didn't find the plants that she was looking for. What else? I've seen a lot of familiar faces, especially the ones that I exchanged messages on Instagram. I was about to say Facebook. What else? We ate ramen, had boba, walked around. How many steps did I get today? Just 4,000 so far. So the goal is 10,000. Have to work on the rest of the 6,000 steps. And then just saw a lot of fur babies. Actually, just one. Lucy was the dog that Didi was babysitting. Super cute. A lot of familiar faces. Oh, I came across this plant lover who also had like a statement shirt. So I was wearing my easily distracted by plants hoodie because it was wet and raining, and he was wearing plants are magic shirt. And I don't know why I made that weird gesture, but it was nice. Plant events really connect plant lovers in a specific area, and I see the importance of connecting with like-minded people. It's just always been a positive community for me, and that's why if you're someone who's just getting into plant collecting and you want to connect with other people who have the same interests and the same appreciation, especially in your niche, I recommend attending in-person events. Most of the time, plant lovers could be a little introverted, and it takes a while to break down that barrier and connect to people. But apparently, we always have a common ground, and that's to talk about plants, and that is always enough to build just a casual relationship and talk about the things that you like. So I recommend that you visit these shows. These in-person shows are also one of the best ways to acquire plants without importing or ordering them online. And I really see the value of getting them in person because you could really inspect the plant, really see that specimen. Of course, you have to be quick though, because plant people are vicious. We want to grab that wish list plant and we will grab it from your hand. It happened for my coworkers who joined me last year. They weren't quick enough to grab that wish list plant, so it got snagged from them at that point. Anyways, that should be the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoy the footage. I really enjoyed the experience. Sound off in the comments down below if you've attended any plant shows, any good or bad experience, or any tips that you would like to share in our community. I would really appreciate that. So if you're watching this video and you're not connected yet on YouTube, of course, click that subscribe button. On Instagram, my username is Cyril Cybernated. I'm also on TikTok and Threads with the same username. On Facebook as well, we have a Cyril Cybernated group. So let's connect and let's thrive together. Thank you for watching. Bye.